The Simpsons went after big tech this season, and I don't think people realize how far they actually went with it. They went after your startup culture, they let Alexa restructure your family, they let billionaires try to live forever, they had bots steal concert tickets from a little girl, and then, just to finish the job, they had a corporation literally rewire Homer's brain. 5 episodes, 5 completely different stories, 1 target, and somehow nobody connected the dots. Well, until now at least. Look, The Simpsons has been dunking on technology since before most of us had email. The internet, social media, smartphones, they've done all of it. That's not new. But here's what is new. Season 37 didn't just throw in a tech joke here and there. It built a 5-episode argument, an actual thesis. And each episode targets a different piece of the big tech machine. When you line them up, and I mean really line them up, they escalate. They start with your economy, your choices. Turns out you don't have any. Then your future, then your lived experiences, and they end with your mind. That doesn't happen by accident. There's something deliberate going on here. And once you see it, you can't really unsee it. Come here, let me show you. So, it starts simple enough. Episode 2. Homer, being Homer, gets Superintendent Chalmers a job at the nuclear power plant. Classic setup. But then Chalmers stumbles onto something nobody expected. These huge mutated snails living inside the plant that are producing this incredibly valuable slime.
Some sort of mutated nuclear super snails. Shoo now, shoo, go away. Please, take pity on a bro.
Now, does Chalmers report this? Does he call the EPA or, I don't know, alert someone? What do you think? Of course he doesn't. He pivots. He becomes a manosphere guru, selling this slime-based empire like he's the next Andrew Tate with a biology degree. And that's the joke. But it's also the point here, guys. Because this is literally how biotech startups work. You find something grotesque, something that probably shouldn't exist, and you rebrand it. You put it in a sleek bottle and build a personal brand around it. Yeah, so the mutation is the product. Chalmers doesn't create anything. He just extracts value from something toxic and sells it as aspiration. And if that sounds familiar, it's because I literally just described half of Silicon Valley. IMDb gave this one a 6.7. Yeah, pretty solid, but not spectacular. Audiences liked it fine, but they didn't realize it was the opening move. Now here's where things get genuinely uncomfortable. And I mean for the show itself. Okay, so episode 4 goes somewhere that I was not expecting. Because the whole premise is basically, what if Alexa stopped playing music and started making decisions about your family? And I don't mean, Alexa, play some jazz. I mean, Alexa literally recommending that the women of Springfield send every man and boy in town to a camp to learn how to be manly, to become the husbands and sons and fathers the women want them to be.
Man Camp offers a therapeutic weekend to make your man manlier through contactless wrestling and targeted hugs.
Like an actual Amazon product is out here telling women how to fix their husbands. And the scary part is they listen, because why wouldn't you trust the algorithm? This episode pulled a 5.3 on IMDb. Lowest of the whole season. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend that surprises me. It was heavy-handed, it tried to juggle gender politics and tech critique at the same time, and the two threads just fought each other the entire episode. But here's the thing, the premise is the most dystopian idea in this entire batch. An AI is restructuring how families work, and nobody even pushes back. They just let it happen. And the worst part is that barely even qualifies as satire anymore. And the fact that this episode tanked while the other succeeded is actually, it's actually part of the story. because it tells you something about how tech criticism works right now. When it's subtle, when it's wrapped in a good story, people love it. And when it's blunt and it feels like a lecture, they just tune out. And honestly, I think the show figured that out on its own, because if you just look at the ratings, it's all right there. All right, episode 6, and I need you to pay attention here because this is where the whole season shifts gears. Bart becomes Professor Frink's lab assistant, and through Frink, the Simpsons stumble into this world of tech billionaires who are just like obsessed. And I mean clinically, pathologically obsessed with living forever. And if you've been following real tech news, you don't even need me to explain this one because it just slaps you across the face the moment it starts. Brian Johnson spending $2 million a year trying to reverse his biological age. Peter Thiel allegedly interested in young blood transfusions. Jeff Bezos pouring money into Altos Labs, an actual anti-aging company. And the crazy part is none of this is even made up. This is just stuff that's actually happening right now. Crazy world we're living in, guys. But The Simpsons takes it further, because in this episode, the billionaire's immortality quest doesn't just affect them, it threatens the future of the internet. And just sit with that for a second, because it actually makes sense. If the people who control the internet, who own the servers, the platforms, the infrastructure, if they never die, they never let go. There's no generational turnover, no new ideas getting a seat at the table, just the same billionaires forever tightening their grip on everything. Like, there's a word for that in the dictionary, and it's tech feudalism. And The Simpsons just throws it out there like they're ordering coffee. 7.2 on IMDb. Audiences got it because it was wrapped in a fun Bart and Frink buddy adventure. The sugar made the medicine go down. Now, am I saying the writers sat down and plotted this all out on a whiteboard? Maybe, maybe not. But the pattern is there whether they intended it or not. And frankly, 5 episodes in one season all hitting the same nerve, that's a lot of suspicious, weird coincidences. Now, episode 8 is where the season kinda peaked, because this one pulled a 7.4 on IMDb, which made it the highest rated anti-tech episode of the season. And honestly, it absolutely deserved it. Lisa wants to go to a K-pop concert. That's it. That's the whole desire. A kid wants to see her favorite band, and she can't. Because bots got every single ticket, all of them, in seconds, and now they're just sitting on resale sites for 10 times the price, and there's nothing you can do about it. It's like if ChatGPT memorized every book in the library, locked the doors, and started charging you per paragraph to read your own stuff. If you tried to buy Taylor Swift tickets in 2022, you felt this episode in your chest. If you watched Congress drag Ticketmaster executives through that hearing, you already know the punchline. And the worst part is you can't even say the system is broken because it's working exactly how they designed it to work. And what makes this episode work, what makes it the episode, is that it's personal. It's not about some abstract tech dystopia. It's about a kid who can't go to a concert. You know that feeling where you're just sitting there refreshing the page and it's already gone. Like everything sold out and you know you were on time, you did everything right, and it just doesn't matter. The bots already got there. The Simpsons understood something here that a lot of tech commentary misses. The best criticism isn't about systems. It's about what those systems take from actual people. And then the season goes for the kill. Episode 13. Homer gets a job at a secretive company with and this is a direct quote from IMDb, a mind-altering agenda. Secretive, mind-altering. And Homer, the most manipulable man in Springfield, walks right through the front door. And this is where it all comes together. Because everything the season's been building to just clicks right here. We started with your economy, then your choices, then your future, then your experiences, and now your thoughts. Your actual mind. If episodes 2 through 8 were about what big tech takes from you on the outside, episode 13 is about what it does on the inside. The attention economy, algorithmic manipulation, the way platforms don't just respond to your behavior anymore, they shape it. And Homer is just the perfect guy for this, because he's always been the one who falls for everything, right? But in season 37, it stops feeling like a joke and starts feeling like, oh, that's not a character flaw anymore. That's all of us. Because let's be honest, we're all Homer now. We all walked into the secretive company. We all took the job. 7.2 on IMDb, same as episode 6. And I think people just knew. They were watching something that was put together with intention. But if you just pull all the way back and look at what the show actually did this season, you start to see something that I don't think most people are seeing. And when you lay it out, it's 5 episodes in a single season. And each one is just quietly dismantling a different part of the big tech machine. They take your economy, then your choices, then your future, then your experiences, and then they just go straight for your mind. And that's the whole thing. There's nowhere left to go after that. And see, that's not just 5 random tech jokes scattered across a season. That's an actual argument, and it's structured, and it escalates. And the crazy part is, it's all hidden in plain sight, buried inside classic Simpsons setups. Homer gets someone a job, Bart helps a scientist, Lisa wants concert tickets. You don't even see it coming. The Trojan horse is the point. That's how you criticize the most powerful industry on Earth in 2025. You make it funny first. And the ratings tell the whole story. The subtle episodes, 6, 8, and 13, scored between 7.2 and 7.4. The blunt one, episode 4, 5.3. The Simpsons didn't just criticize big tech this season. They figured out how to criticize big tech. Through story, through character, through the specific human cost of every single technological overstep. Now, is season 37 the best season of The Simpsons? Nah, and nobody's pretending it is, but I genuinely think it might be the most thematically coherent season they've put together in a very long time. And I don't think that's a small thing. And its thesis that big tech is systematically stripping away everything that makes life actually human, from your economy all the way down to your mind, might be the most important thing this show has said in literal years. If you're seeing season 37 differently now, just let me know in the comments which episode got you, because I know it's going to be episode 8 for most of you. That concert ticket one gets literally everyone. And I'm not even exaggerating. Subscribe if you want more of this, because I promise you the next one is gonna make this look like a warm-up. This is Morty Fiction, and I'll see you when I see you. Cut! That's a beast, guys.